All of you, hope you guys are great. So I can see that many of you have built a decentralized project we have on the channel. And if you haven't built that, I would highly recommend you to build this project because this will give you a real world understanding that how you have to build a smart contract, how the data structure would look like, and how you can build a real world application. So I would highly recommend you that you have to build if you haven't built that. It's a really amazing project for your portfolio. Now let's come back to the topic. Many of you have requested me that some of you are getting error when you're getting the source code, and some of you are really confused that how you have to start this application. So the one thing I really want to highlight is that the source code we are providing is just for reference. So when you are building this project and if you are encountering any error, only in that context you have to utilize the source code. You have to refer back to the source code. Don't simply copy and paste. If you do that, you will not learn a single thing. It's not going to help you at all, because you have to follow the complete project, and that I have explained that why we have taken that particular variables, why we have designed the data structure in that way, how we are communicating with the smart contract. In that way you will understand. If you simply copy, paste and run the application, you will get an error because you are not following the step which I have explained in the project. You are simply downloading source code and running npm run. That's not going to work. There are a lot of things you have to do, the changes you have to provide the variables, then it will work. So that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so make sure to come and check this one. So before I start, I really want to thank each one of you who have contributed in the project, both emotionally and financially. That means a lot, and we are able to build this particular platform because of all of you guys. The way you guys have supported us, the way you guys have given your contribution, the way you guys have motivated us, that means a lot. And because of you guys, I am able to create a small team in which we're going to focus bringing high quality courses related to the web3 development, and I'm going to bring some industry expert to this platform, so they're going to take live classes for you. So once again, I want to thank all of you, those of you who have given your contribution and your valuable time. That means a lot. Okay, so let's come here. So you can come and you can check what are the things we are providing here. So click on this get now, come back to the source code section, and here you will find all the project we have worked in the past and this source code. So the step I'm going to follow in this particular decentralized app, the same step you have to follow in all of the project. Okay, so if you want to get any one of the source code, you can simply come and you can get it, but keep one thing in mind that these codes are only for reference purpose. Don't simply copy and paste because that will teach you nothing. So I will come here, I will simply scroll, I will click on this get now, and I will come back to this section, and from here I have to buy this source code. So earlier I was providing the source code for free, but recently we have collaborated with one of our small investors, so they have supported us a lot. So we just want to raise a little bit money so we can bring some more courses, we can bring some more software tutorials on this platform. So that would be great that many of you guys have supported without taking the source code personally, and some of you guys have really done a lot of good things for us. So once again, thanks for all of that. So let me quickly click on this buy and let me buy the source code because I don't have the source code right now with me. So let me quickly make the payment. So let me quickly make it. The payment, I got this zip file in which I have all the source code. So let me quickly extract this one. So once you purchase that, you will get the similar folder zip file, and that you will have all the codes. So this is the entire folder in which I have all the source code we have built. Okay, so let me quickly open this in my VS Code. So I'll come here and I will click on this, go back to the downloads, and if I scroll down, this is the folder I have, and simply open that one. So this is the exact source code you will get when you will download it, the file, and unzip that. This is the exact folder you will get. This is the asset section. You will have all the assets. This is the cache which you don't need to worry about it. You can simply delete that. This is the component section. In that you will have all the components we have designed for this particular project, and you will have this context. You don't need to do any changes because this is the right ABI we have for the smart contract, so you can go with this. But if you are making any changes in the smart contract, then you have to redeploy that, and you have to simply bring the JSON file here in this file. I'll show you how you can do that. I don't want to create any confusion. So this is the entire smart contract we have written, and I'm going to make a separate video because many of you have asked me that you guys need the start voting time and end voting time. So these two functions I'm going to give you in the next video. Okay, and I want you to take those two functions and you have to modify that function based on this particular smart contract. So I'm not going to do that. I want you to utilize your brain and then do it. Okay, this is the entire smart contract we have, and this is the pages. You don't need to worry about that. Everything's working fine. This is the public, this is the script, deploy script we have here, and this is the style files we have taken, and everything's looking fine. Everything's looking fine. So now what I want, the very first thing we have to do is, let's come here. Let me delete this cache. You can delete it or you can keep it. It's totally up to you, but let me show you how you can do it from fresh. Let me delete the artifact. And the very first thing we have to do is we have to install the packages. So if you come back to the packages and file, all of these packages we are using, all of these packages, so we have to install these packages. So let me come here, and I'm going to keep this mic for here, so let me do it. Let me keep it like it. Okay, hope that's great. Now what we have to do is open up your terminal. Simply press Ctrl and backtick. It will open up your terminal, and now you have to simply type npmi, and it will install all the dependency we have specified in this packages and file. So that's the only thing you have to do. Hit enter. So just wait, and here it's installing all the packages, and you will get this node module folder. Okay, we have this node module folder, and in this you will have all the packages. So it's still installing, so just wait for a moment. This installation will happen very quickly, and here you can see we have installed the entire packages. Don't need to worry about this vulnerability. You can run this command, but it's totally optional. Now what I will do, I'll simply going to clear the terminal. Okay, that's so far everything's good. Now what we have to do is, once you install the packages, after getting the code, extracting the code, opening the code in VS Code Studio, and then installing the packages, now you have to run the hard hat local blockchain. So make sure to split your terminate like this, and now we have to deploy the contract. That's the thing we have to do, and we are going to do it locally, but the same thing you have to do if you are planning to deploy the contract like on Polygon or any other network. That's the same thing you have to do. So we'll type npx hard hat, so that's the command, and then we have to type node. That's the only command you have to write. So once you run this command, it's going to give you 20 plus account, and it account will have like close to 1000 ether. It's a fake ether, and it will have the private key and the wallet address. So if you want to import this address, this accounts, simply grab the private key, copy that one, come to the browser, and let me come here and open up your MetaMask. And all you have to do is come here, and here you have this option, import account, and you have to paste your account. So if you paste that, I have already this, so it says that the account is already there, so no problem, we already have that account in there. So I need to get the another one. Okay, we have 20 plus, so simply paste here, come here and import. You can see we have got that, so this account is imported. So this is how you can import the account in your MetaMask from hard hat. Okay, so hope so far things are clear to all of you guys. Now let's come here. So our local blockchain is running, so make sure you have to keep running this local blockchain. If you stop that, it's not going to work. Now we have to deploy the contract. So you can see this is the contract we have. This is the entire contract we have written, and we have no more error in that. And this is the deploy script we have. So this is the deploy script we have. If you come here, this is the contract name we have given. We're deploying that, and we are simply consoling log out the address of the wallet. Okay, so now what I will do, I'll simply come back to the context, and I'm going to delete this. Okay, delete this. You can keep it because it's not going to make any changes, because we haven't done any changes in the contract. When you do the changes in the contract, then make sure to delete it, and you have to get the new one, fresh one. So to get the fresh one, all we have to do is to type this particular command. So where it is, yeah, this is the command you have typed, npx hard hat run. You have to give the network, so like which network you are deploying the contract. So network, and here you have to specify the network. So we are doing locally, so that's why I'm saying localhost. If you're deploying to Mumbai test network, mainnet, ethernet, you have to define the network here. So that's the localhost, and here we have the script. So this is the script folder we have. This is the script folder. In that we have this deploy. So that's deploy, and all you have to do is to hit enter. So once you hit enter, it's going to deploy your contract locally, and you will get the wallet address of the particular contract. So just wait. You can see it's compiled successfully, and we got the address of this particular contract. Okay, so simply copy that one, come back here in the context, and you have to simply paste here. Okay, you can see the okay, not a big deal. I have to simply grab this entire one till here and simply replace here. So when you are deploying your contract for the very first time, this is the exact address you will get. Like I'm getting the same address, a contract address, you will get the same one, because we have one contract. If you deploy one more contract, it will give you different address. So this is the contract we have, and now we have got this another artifact and cache folder. So when you will deploy the contract, you will get this artifact and the cache is not that important, but this artifact is very important. Inside the artifact we have this called contract. Inside the contract we have this 2 JSON file, and this is the one we need. This is the one we need. Simply drag and drag into the, let me keep it here. Let me first close this assets, and now let me drag and drop into the context. So let's move it. So this is the entire ABI we have for the contract we have written for this particular voting project. So that's the only thing we have to do. Simply close this one. This is the exact thing you have to do since the downloading the code and the exact process I'm following. So once you're done with that, now what we have to do is we have to get some important keys. So you can notice that we are deploying the image to the IPFS. Okay, IPFS, we are deploying to the IPFS. So you have to get your own private key and secret key. And that secret key we have to provide right up here. So if I come back to the voter JS, here you have to provide the details. So this is the details you have to provide. So here you have to get your project ID. Here you have to get your project secret key, and here you have to get your own subdomain. If I take you to my Next.js config file, so make sure you have, this is the exact configuration you have to do. Here you have to provide your subdomain. I'm showing you this is my, but here you have to provide your own. So let me get it very quickly, my project keys. So I'll come back here. I have already opened Infura. So this is Infura. If you don't know, Infura is a Web3 node provider. You can do a lot of things. Okay, it's really powerful. So make sure to come and create your account. And once you do that, I already made a video on this Infura, that how you can create your keys and how you can get your subdomain and private key. So make sure to watch that. I'm not going to explain the same thing here. So I'm going to pick this particular project because these are the live one, and I'm going to on this. It will open and you will get your private key, secret key, and subdomain, which I have already explained. Okay, so I will not explain the same thing. I have changed my private key and secret key. Make sure you have to do the exact thing. And this is my subdomain. Simply grab this one, copy this one, come back to the Next.js config file, and here you have to do the configuration, because when you will get the image, there is a cross origin and we have to tackle that as well. So simply place here, simply grab this one, and this is the entire endpoints. Okay, this is a specific endpoint created by Infura, and which you're going to utilize it to upload your project, upload your NFTs or images to the IPFS. Okay, so that's the only thing you have to do, and that's the only thing you have to do. And now everything is ready. So what I will do, I'm going to simply start my application. So this is run, looks good. Let me clear my terminal. I'm going to type npm run dev, and it will start the application. You can see localhost 3000, come back browser, click on this, and here you can see the application is absolutely looking fine. So I'm already logged into the application because I was working on another project, so that's why it automatically detached. But let me show you, it's worked fine. So I'll click on this MetaMask, and here I'm going to pick the account. So this time I will go with the account number 2, because this is the account we have used for deploying the contract. You can see the balance got deducted. And now what I will do, I'll simply log out from it. Okay, let me log out it. So once you open this application in the browser, this is how it's going to look for the very first time. Please install MetaMask or connect. So let me click on this connect. It's going to open this wallet, and let me type, and let me click on unlock, and here you can see I'm back into my application. You can add a reloader, it's totally up to you. And you can see here we are back into the application, and now the very first thing we have to do is to make sure to, we have to click on this, and we have to clear all the history in our MetaMask. Otherwise it will throw error when we'll create the like candidate or voters. So let me quickly click on the settings, go to the advanced, and I will simply clear all the cache data. So once you're done with that, all you have to do is click on this register candidate, and now we have to register a candidate. So click on this, and from here you have to select the image which you want to upload. So I'm going to go with this one, and you can see that the image is successfully deployed. You can see this image is successfully deployed. If you do the console log, inspect element, here you will find the particular endpoint which is created by Infura and uploaded to the IPFS. You can simply grab this one, and you can simply paste and open into a new browser, and you can have the image. You can see this is the exact image we have uploaded to the IPFS. So everything is working fine. I am not getting any error, and this is the exact thing you have to do when you will get the code. Okay, make sure to install the entire packages. Okay, so what I will do, I'll give the name Daulat Hussain, and here I have to provide the address. You can pick anybody who you want to register as a candidate. Okay, so I'll provide this address, and I'm going to type, this is option, it's totally up to you, and I will click on authorize candidate, and it's going to open the MetaMask, and here you can see, click on this confirm, and the transaction went through, and here we have one candidate. You can see if you reload the browser, we got this particular one candidate we have created, and this is the exact step you have to follow if you want to register a voter. Okay, this is the exact thing you have to do, because I have explained this almost 3 to 4 times to make this project work. You can see every single thing is working fine. You can create multiple candidate, you can create voters, which I'm not going to do. If you really want to see that how it's work, watch the complete project, and that I've explained extensively. Okay, so I hope you guys have got the idea that how you have to do the things. Make sure to follow the exact step which I've explained, and this is the exact step you have to follow in every single project. So if you come back here, if you come back to the blockchain coder, so let me go to the resource section. Whatever project you are seeing here, this is the exact step you have to follow. Whether it's supply chain, crowdfunding, NFT marketplace, DAO, blockchain, chat application, Etherscan, or Uniswap, this is the exact thing you have to follow. First, you have to install the NPM packages. First, you have to get the code, unzip that, open in your Visual Code Studio. Then you have to install all the packages, type npm I or npm install. It will install all the packages. Once you're done with that, make sure to clear the artifact and cache, then run the local blockchain hard hat, then deploy the contract, then start the application, and you will find that everything's working fine. And make sure to watch the complete video, because in that video I have explained that where you have to change the variable. In the case of this decentralized voting, like we have to need the secret key, private key, and subdomain. It's I'm not going to provide you. Okay, so you have to get from the infura. So that's the only thing I will talk about. I hope you guys have got the idea that how you can utilize this project, and I really want to thank once again those of you who have given your huge contributions to this project, and that means a lot, guys. We'll try to bring one more course, and that's going to be very soon. We are working on a DeFi project, and that's going to be very soon, and we are also working on a decentralized real estate marketplace. Okay, where you can come and list your property, people can buy, those all things. Okay, so very soon these two projects is going to come in the channel, like in within the 2 weeks. Okay, within 2 weeks. So that's the only thing I will talk about. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you still have any confusion and down, do let me know in the comment section. Hit like and subscribe, that will motivate me. And if you haven't built any one of these projects, I would highly recommend you to build this project. Come watch the complete project. That's the first thing you have to do. If you encounter, then only take the source code. This is absolutely optional, not mandatory. First, build the project, because if you follow the step-by-step process which I have explained, you don't need the source code as well. Okay, so make sure to watch the complete project. If you don't get it, if you get in any error, and then you can take that. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine. So that's the only thing I want to talk about. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you still have any confusion and doubt, do let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.